Okay, let's see. It's running. All right, just wanted to make this video about Three Eye Atlas, and it is today, maybe a few hours ago, was the Three Eye Atlas Mars Close Approach, October 3rd, 2025. Three Eye Atlas, of course, is the um, uh, anomalous comet. I wanted to play some music. That's not working. Anyway, another off the cuff video brought to you by BarneyBay.com, your item for item eBay sports exchange, wager sports exchange. Fun site, check it out, BarneyBay.com. So, I've been reading a lot, looking at a lot of um, just accounts online of Three Eye Atlas, and I think it's very important that you do not commit to a sort of narrative of what Three Eye Atlas is or is becoming. Um, and that's just because you don't know. And if you've watched my last video, you'll know a little about the kind of a quantum wave function that Three Eye Atlas exists in. So, one of the reasons why you don't want to commit to a kind of a concrete theory is um, Three Eye Atlas kind of becomes what you want it to be, if that makes sense. Hear me out on this. So, as you know, the wave theory of particle wave theory is that the duality is it's a wave and it's a particle, and if you're not observing it or measuring it, it always exists as a wave, everything quantum, and then only when you observe it does it collapse into a particle state. So that's the duality, the wave particle duality, and by observing, you collapse into um, the particle function of the duality, the wave function. So, and of course, that has to do with the quantum weirdness of everything. Um, but in that regard, Three Eye Atlas kind of represents that in a way. Um, so, and one of the reasons I say that is because if you've watched my last video, you know I've been kind of tracking Oumuamua and associated interstellar phenomena for since Oumuamua, so 2017. So that makes it 7 years, 8 years now. And before that, I just had a general interest of stargazing because of my ancestry. The Polynesian navigators navigated by the starlight, and so just ever since I was young, it's always been a passion of mine to look up and just kind of teach myself about um, the ways of the universe, the ways of the cosmos. But so the wave function of Three Eye Atlas is, to me, it's real. And what I have noticed is I was able to predict certain aspects of Three Eye. But as soon as I wrote them down or posted about it, um, or expressed it pen to paper in some way or on video, um, it wouldn't it wouldn't really materialize. But anything that I kept to myself, um, kind of the meteor, not the meteor, the comet started behaving as predicted. And of course, if you watched my last video, um, I have a prediction framework, um, and I call that the time, the duality, time matrix, um, communication method, really, by Three Eye Atlas and Oumuamua. And really, it's like, what more do people want? If you require um, um, a spacecraft to come down on the White House lawn and unfurl a banner we're the aliens. Here we are. Ask away. Ask all your questions. Um, you know, if you require that to um, sort of to satisfy yourself, then you don't really deserve it. If that makes sense. That sounds a little blunt, but I mean, there's that song "Meet Me Halfway Across the Sky." Like you gotta put in a little work and a little spirituality and a little cognitive horsepower, um, and then it's right there, um, revealing themselves, and it's clear as day. Once you do that, and that's even more beautiful, even more precious than landing on the White House lawn. So I know there's this real desire of like, oh, the government's got to tell us disclosure, um, but the aliens, they've been revealing themselves for eons now in various ways. Um, and 3i is kind of a gift to humanity, um, maybe because where we are as far as spiritual development of humanity is like humans need this, and there's definitely levels to what 3i represents. There's sort of like, oh, it's just a comet, some anomalous features, pretty cool, and then most people stop there and be like, okay, whatever. But when you kind of unravel the intricacies of these objects, Oumuamua, 3i, and placed in proper context, it becomes very clear, very clear. But again, you have to put in the work. It doesn't just land in your lap. This kind of really groundbreaking knowledge. So, yeah. So, with the comet, with the rock, with the spaceship, 3i Atlas, whichever, however way you want to process it, um, don't commit to like a narrative. Rather, see it as an invite to explore yourself, explore spirituality, explore humanity, um, and symbolic invite. Um, it's also the today. It's also sort of the entrance to the inner solar system as it passes by Mars. So there's symbology there, and so yeah. So I invite everyone to um, do that, and yeah, and enjoy the show because it is kind of a show. It's a real gift what we're seeing right now. Almost like they're bending over backwards to like come on humanity, like get it together. Like how much more, what more do we have to do, or what more do you have to see? But yeah, so little quick video. I'll probably jump on again later. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing these videos more. But like and subscribe, and oh yeah, check out the sponsor, barneybay.com. All right, thanks. Bye.